and with our health department and our team of public health officials and medical experts, the state of Maryland will now also be lifting the mask mandate in conjunction with all the other measures. For the time being, and also following CDC guidance, public transportation, healthcare settings, and schools will be the only exception. For anyone who has not yet been vaccinated, masks are still strongly recommended in most situations. However, if you're fully vaccinated, which means 2 weeks have passed since you received your second shot or your one dose of Johnson & Johnson, you should feel free to safely resume any activities without wearing a mask, indoors or outdoors. Businesses across the state and other workplaces are obviously free to set their own policies with respect to masking, and we support their ability to do so. There will just no longer be any legal mandate from the state. Those who have not been vaccinated are strongly advised to immediately do so. And the easiest way to be protected from COVID is to get vaccinated right away. We now have 704 pharmacies and 271 doctors' offices providing vaccines. Our 13 mass vaccination sites remain open and fully operational with direct scheduling available, as well as no appointment opportunities where you can simply walk up or drive through and immediately get your vaccine. Thanks to the massive vaccine infrastructure that we've built, and with 5.5 million vaccinations that have already been administered, it is now easier than ever to find and to receive a vaccine in Maryland at more than 3,000 different locations. And it is clearer than ever that these vaccines are working. As we've gotten those 5.5 million shots into the arms of Marylanders, the result has been amazing declines in all of our health metrics all across the board and all across the state. Maryland's case rate per 100,000 has dropped by 68% over the past 4 weeks to its lowest level since last July. Hospitalizations have now dropped below 700 for the first time since last November, and they're all the way down to 680. And today we have reached 1.91%. Our second lowest daily positivity rate ever throughout the entire pandemic. It has now been 1 year, 2 months, and 9 days since we first began taking unprecedented actions to bring our entire public health arsenal to bear against this invisible enemy. Together, we summoned every ounce of our strength and every resource at our disposal to defeat this threat. We built field hospitals and expanded our surge capacity by 6,000 beds. We procured millions of gowns, masks, and other PPE and deployed thousands of contact tracers across the state. We built an entire testing infrastructure from scratch, going from doing just 50 COVID tests per day to now surpassing 10 million tests. As soon as vaccines became available, our team began working around the clock to get shots.
All right, there you have it. Governor Larry Hogan, a big announcement there talking about the state's indoor mask mandate. That will officially end tomorrow, Saturday, May 15th, really in line with the CDC's guidance here, but there are some exceptions. He says you still have to wear your mask indoors on public transportation, hospital settings, and schools. And he also noted that many businesses can set their own policies as well. It will be up to those businesses. The governor there, again, ending the state's indoor mask mandate as of tomorrow, May 15th. And now he's also urging many Marylanders to get vaccinated as well. Now, our Colby Satterfield, she reached out to some of our local leaders to find out when they're going to be making some of these changes as well. It's ultimately up to them. She's live in DC right now. Colby, what is Mayor Bowser saying tonight?
Lorenzo, we heard from Prince George's County a little while ago. Then they said that they already had plans to keep that mask mandate despite lifting some restrictions next week. So masks will still be required if you are in Prince George's County. I've reached out to Montgomery County officials as well. I know that they are having a meeting Tuesday morning where they are going to be talking about easing some restrictions. I just reached out to an official there to see pending this new announcement from Governor Hogan, what that will mean from the county immediately.
All right, Colby, thank you. A lot of breaking news tonight, and we're trying to stay on top of it all. Zoe?
Yeah, Leslie, you heard Colby mention Prince George's and Montgomery counties. Most of Maryland will lift capacity limits tomorrow as well, in addition to those physical distancing requirements. That means restaurants, bars, and venues can operate like normal, like pre-pandemic times. Again, Prince George's County will make that change on Monday. Montgomery County says it could be in a couple of weeks. Les?